Hello everybody, I am back. Sorry about the lack of videos for a week or so. I was, preoccupied with school. And, well, I couldn't review anything for a while, so it's kind of like a 1 week hiatus, if you would put it. But, anyway, apologies for the lack of videos lately. You know how college is, you know. But anyway, I decided to come back. I decided to do another review on... Oh, hang on. Bachmann Devious Diesel. Yep. Now, I will say this. Diesel is a good model as well, but I've seen Ari and Bert as well. They're basically the same molding as him, minus the ladders, I guess, if you would call it. But anyway, I'm here to do a review of Devious Diesel anyway. So, let me go into the history of Diesel in the Railway series, and then the TV series, and then the class that he's based on, and yeah, anything else that I need to cover about Diesel. So anyway, let me get him unhooked from these cars. Let me just, put him right here. So, Diesel, as we all know, is obviously referred to as Devious Diesel. Or, at least by the steam engines. He is referred to as Devious Diesel by the steam engines. Because of, he's oily, scheming, and stuff like that. Let's go into the history of Diesel first. Diesel first appeared in the Railway series book, Duck and the Diesel Engine. And speaking of Duck, let me go get him. Okay, here's Duck. Now, for the record, when Diesel first arrived, the other engines were, well, impressed by him. All the engines, except Duck, were not impressed by Diesel. And, well, yeah, this led to Duck having a stern talk with Diesel. And, well, which resulted in him pulling some old cars. Duck laughed at him, and therefore he got revenge. Which got Duck sent away. But, however, Diesel was found out by Sir Topham Hatt, and, of course, sent packing, as he would say. But sometime after that, Diesel returned to help Duck and Percy yet again, but yeah. And then he was yet again brought back to Sodor to help Percy, to help Thomas, Toby, and Daisy, because Percy was sick. Okay, that's Railway series done. I think that's all I could remember about Diesel from the Railway series. Now for the TV series. Diesel first appeared in the Season 2 episode, Pop Goes the Diesel, along with Duck. But I'd like to call these three episodes the Duck and the Diesel Saga trilogy, which consist of episodes Pop Goes the Diesel, Diesel's Devious Deed, and A Close Shave for Duck. Like in the Railway series, Diesel arrived, the other engines were impressed, and, well, except Duck, so that led him to pull out some old rusty cars, and you guys know the rest. But after that, Diesel decided to get revenge on Duck by coming up with rude nicknames for Gordon, James, and Henry, which, in turn, got Duck sent away. Now, after that, Diesel was brought back to Sodor for the second time, this time to help Percy and Duck at the harbor, but instead caused trouble and got and got sent away again. Diesel was then brought back to Sodor for the third time. Because, well, this time Henry was ill, so Diesel had to take his place. This made the other engines feel uneasy, so he tried to show off and be determined that, like, when Sir Topham Hatt sees how good I am, he'll scrap steam engines once and for all. Well, this time Diesel was brought back in Season 6, this time to help out, this time to take Henry's place, so I forgot to tell you that. But again, Diesel was sent packing because of his arrogance and boastful, and of course, you know the rest. But yeah, this time Diesel appears to be a permanent resident. But this time, Diesel is apparently a permanent resident of Sodor. Now for the base. Okay, that's the history of the TV series done. Now for the basis. Diesel is based on a BR Class 08 shunter. Ari, Burt, Paxton, Splatter, Dodge, and Sydney are also members of this class. However, I think 15 of them are left in preservation. I think Diesel being one of them. On to the model itself. Now, Diesel was released in 2011. Like Diesel was announced the same time as Donald and Douglas, and then released in 2010. Or no, sorry, 2011. Sorry, 2011. The same year as Donald and Douglas. And after that, we didn't get any Class 08 shunters for a while. Or, not really, until 2013 when Bachmann announced Ari and Burt, and then were released in 2014. Now, on to the model itself. Okay, just let me get this set up. This time I'm going to go into an somewhat of an in-depth look at Diesel. Starting at the front. You can see that Diesel has an air hose, or brake pipe as it's called, like Thomas. But he also has the little headlamp codes, I guess, if you would say, like right below the face. I don't know if you could see that. Now, let me move these cars. Okay? Now, right here, we have the step ladders. Ari and Burt don't have that because they're based off the same mold, pretty much the same molding as Diesel. Over here, we got the little, let me turn it on to the side so you can see better. Over here on the sides, we could see, like, the little grills and vents and stuff. Now, near the cab is the oil and diesel filler caps. The oil and fuel, filler tanks. Now for the cab. Now I'm happy that Bachmann did make Diesel. However, they covered the windows with a silver glazing to hide the motor. Because, well, you know, for obvious reasons, you know. Along the back, same, really, you know, the windows are covered with silver glazing. Now, on the back, Diesel did have a rear brake pipe, but, however, I took that off because he looks better without it in the back. Turn him over to the other side. You know, it's symmetrical. Now, looking at Diesel's outside prominent wheel sets, you could see that his side rods were on the outside. And I'm glad that Bachmann did that because I'm actually glad they looked at the original model. I think they looked at the blueprints of the model first. But, yeah, his side rods are molded outside, which is good. Now, the overall distracting part of, now the only flaw with this model is the face. I am glad that they chose a CGI face. But, actually, no, I changed my mind. I didn't like that they chose a CGI face. I prefer him to have, like more of an innocent grin, like in Season 3. Or Season 6. But why the CGI face? I mean, come on. Duck has his classic model face. So, why would Diesel be given a CGI face? I mean, come on, come on. Scruffy has, like, a weird face, and that doesn't scare kids. Oh yeah, same thing with Ari and Bert. They have CGI faces. I give Diesel 10 out of 10 for looks, and a 9 out of 10 because of I give Diesel 9 out of 10. The 9 is simply because of the CGI face, but it's okay, you know? It's alright. I understand why Bachmann chose this face. They didn't want younger kids to be scared of it, Oh, and another thing, have you noticed that Diesel, besides the rivalry with Duck, have you noticed that Diesel has a rivalry with Thomas in some seasons? Have you noticed that? I mean, why Thomas? Couldn't they have just chosen another engine? Like maybe Percy or James? Why did it have to be Thomas? And that's another thing, too. Whenever they do Steamies and Diesel's differences, why do they always use Thomas for the Steamies? To represent the Steamies, or the steam engines. And Diesel for the Diesels. That's what I don't understand. Why not just use a different character? Use another engine to represent the steam engines, like Percy. Or better yet, Duck. And as for Diesels, use Mavis. Anyway, I just had to bring that up. So anyway, I'd have to give Diesel, 9 out of 10 overall, simply because of the face. That's all I have to say about Devious Diesel. So, yeah. Oh, and another thing before I go, apologies for the lack of videos. You know how school is. You know how college is, you know? But hopefully, I'll be able to get more videos up, but it'll just take some time. Anyway, this is Milan Joshi, signing off, and don't forget to comment. Oh, but before I end this video, I just want to say one thing. I will be getting the red branch line coaches for my birthday, and also there's a train show at my college in like 2 weeks. So I will probably do a video covering the train show at my college, so keep a lookout. I may post an update on this. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So, comment and subscribe. Goodbye.